a whole thing. Other questions? Yes.
Although Michelle wasn't willing to participate, how easy was it to get Michelle's family and Larry's family to participate in the film? Was that like an easy task, or was that more difficult?
Yeah, I mean, getting the family members, we really went through all of them. We would reach out, we'd see who was available, who was not, who wanted to talk, who didn't. Cheryl, Michelle's sister, she had the most, like the widest and the biggest social media presence. I guess she was just kind of active on Facebook. And she had a lot of people reaching out to her, so as soon as we contacted her, she knew that we were in Vancouver, we had that connection, so she was like pretty easy to come on board. She really wanted to talk about it. Mary Lynn was good. I mean, you want to talk about Mary Lynn?
Yeah, it took a really long time to, she's in her 80s and she has remarried and her name's different now, so it took a lot of digging and reaching out to people. It's lucky that I'm from Victoria, because people would sort of, it opened doors for us for this film. But once we finally got her phone number and called her, it was like it happened yesterday, like 40 years hadn't passed at all. She was just, right from the very hello, she just told the whole story from start to finish. But even within that, for her to sit in front of a camera, she didn't even want to say Michelle's name for the first half an hour because she was worried that Michelle would sue her. Like and you have to think of these people, I know you just watched them in the film, but they are real people with real lives. This was a really bad, traumatic part of their family, both sides, Cheryl and Marilyn and Teresa and her brothers.
And it was like a 15-year duration. Like it was something that lasted like a really long time in their lives.
And how, like Marilyn, that moment for me when she, realizes that all hope is lost, that was 2 or 3 years into the affair that Larry was having with Michelle. And for her to share that stuff with us on camera and finally talk about the damage that affair caused her family, it's no one has ever heard this. So, and she is honestly, you guys, she's a hero to me, because she's this hard-boiled lady from Victoria who kept 5 binders full of
all the receipts,
and was just sitting here waiting.
And a lot of the archive actually came from her recording things off the TV. So we had hours and hours.
90 hours.
Yeah.
90 hours of footage.
So anytime there's anything about repressed memories, satanic panic, anything like that, she recorded it. So we had access to this huge archive that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do all this. Other questions? Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the film. It's really fascinating. I really love it. You were able to uncover the interviews you got. But you said the police validated the story. For the longest time, I read this book at 11 at a friend's place and took it at face value. It didn't take me long to start asking questions, which involved the police. The nation believed this story. Where was the Victoria Police doing an investigation to find